lesson, I'm going to show you 4 different ways of playing what I consider to be the #1 funk chord progression. Now, of course, a lot of times in funk tunes, it's just a 1-chord vamp, but this particular progression has been used in a ton of songs. Now, just a few examples of some great tunes which have used this chord progression will be Let's Groove by Earth, Wind & Fire, Ladies Night by Kool The Gang, and Ain't No Stopping Us Now by McFadden Whitehead. The chord progression I'm talking about is a 4 minor to a 5 minor to a 1 minor. We're going to be doing this in the key of E minor, so our changes will be A minor, B minor to E minor, and I'm going to show you 4 different ways you can approach the rhythm using some very cool techniques. Make sure you come by TastyGuitar.com, get the free tab for this lesson by subscribing on the homepage. Also, check out the description below for information about membership at Tasty Guitar, where you get backing tracks, interactive sound slice tab, feedback on your playing, and so much more. Tune up and let's get started. All right, the first pattern here is very standard. Now the chord voicings we're just basing off of A minor 7, B minor 7, and E minor bar chord shapes, but we're just playing the middle voices, so the notes that are on the D, G, and B string. So for the A minor 7 here, barring a first finger right there at the 5th fret, the B minor 7 up at the 7th fret, and the E minor right there at the 8th and 9th fret based on that chord shape. This rhythm pattern is based on what you usually hear Nile Rodgers do in this kind of style, which is just alternating with a lot of percussive strums. So here is the rhythm pattern. I'm going to play it very slowly. Note where the accents are. I'm always putting accents on beats 2 and 4, so heavier strums right on those downstrokes. Here it is very slowly. So again, those accents are on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. So just kind of hitting those strums extra heavy. Let's pick it up a little bit now. Notice how I keep a very loose right hand throughout the rhythm pattern. Pick it up. A little bit quicker. All right, in this pattern, we're playing a rhythm that is very similar to what is happening in Ain't No Stopping Us Now, the classic kind of funky pop tune by McFadden Whitehead. And this is using an A minor 7 chord with this voicing right down here, kind of at the 5th fret and 3rd fret. Now, if you don't know that, it's basically just based on, here's the top of an A minor chord, replace the root with the flat 7 right there. There you have an A minor 7. In the second measure of this rhythm, I'm going to go down to this shape right here, the 2nd fret, which is just the top of a B minor bar chord. Then we'll go into this E minor shape right here and hitting down strums on beats 3 and 4. Now I'll play the entire rhythm and gradually speed it up a little bit. Another way that you can approach a chord progression like this is to just play very sparsely and not fill it up with a bunch of scratches. Also, I'm playing just intervals of thirds instead of larger chord shapes. Okay, so right here on the A minor, I'm just playing a 2-note voicing of that, just the C and the E note together. Now I'll break down the first measure of this 2-bar rhythm. Again. All right, so what is happening here? I'm just playing the C and the E note together. That is enough to give me the sound of the A minor chord. Heavy accent on dead strings right on beat 2. And then staying there, coming back on the strum on the and of beat 3, actually the second 16th note of beat 3. So in order to make sure that's in the right spot, keep your right hand in motion. That'll be an up followed by a down strum. Now let me explain a little bit about what's going on beat 4. Anytime you're playing something like this with intervals of thirds instead of full chords, I can use the harmonized scale in thirds and all of those intervals to kind of color things a little bit. So if we're thinking E natural minor, I would have these intervals here within that key. So I can use all of those. Now once you've learned that E natural minor scale harmonized in thirds up the neck, one really common way that you'll hear people use these intervals in a rhythm like this is find one which fits in the chord which you're playing over. So that fits in an A minor chord, the C and the E note, and then alternate between that and an adjacent interval, maybe the one above it or the below it. So in this particular case, I'm hitting this one right below to the one that's in the chord and then back. This is a very nice way to just get a little bit of color and movement in a rhythm like this. So here's the entire first measure. Again. Moving into the second part of this pattern, the rhythmic portion stays exactly the same. We're just going to go up to the B minor chord here and the E minor. And again, you can tell that we're using that adjacent thirds thing on that E minor, taking what's in the E minor chord, going down to an interval which is directly below it, and then returning. So I'll now play the entire pattern and gradually increase tempo. Pick it up. Alright, this rhythm is definitely the most advanced of the bunch here. We're starting on our A minor 7 chord, kind of the same rhythm we've been doing. Accent there on beat 2. On beat 3, you're going to hit a couple scratches, and then you're going to play the bass note of A at the 5th fret on the low E string with your thumb. Again, real slow. On beat 4, moving from the G note at the 5th fret, hammering onto the A note at the 7th fret. You're going to attack this like a strum though, so make sure everything above the D string is muted. And then a couple more scratches at the end. So here's the first measure of this rhythm very slowly. Again. Moving into the second measure here, bringing that barred first finger up to the 7th fret for your B minor 7. Couple scratches followed by the bass note at the 7th fret on the low E, played with the thumb. Again, here's the first 2 beats here. On beat 3, we have the E minor 7 chord, so you're going to hit a couple scratches followed by an open E string. Again. And the last beat of this measure, you're playing the hammer-on pull-off from that barred first finger at the 7th fret, hammering it onto this E minor 7 shape, and then returning. Again. So here's that entire second measure very slowly. One more time. Now here's the entire rhythm slowly. Pick it up.